Hi there everyone, welcome to another exciting half-hour journey through the Jamaica Magazine program. I'm Adrian Atkinson, piloting you through today's pages, filled with great features to heighten your awareness and inspire you on a journey to personal growth. Stories on philanthropy, cross-border trade and cultural retention unfold right after this important message.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry and this is your JIS News for Monday, October 13, 2025. The new social housing program NSHP will be revised in the upcoming fiscal year. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness reiterated government's plan last Friday. Dr. Holness, who was speaking at a handing over ceremony in St. Anne, says this will help needy Jamaicans access the benefit faster.
We're going to be examining the use of prefabricated and pre-constructed housing units. So for example, this housing unit is a one-bedroom solution. We could easily have used a pre-constructed solution that could have been brought here on a trailer installed by crane, and it would still have a very long, useful life, sometimes up to 30, 40 years.
In the meantime, the Prime Minister says the program is already a success and Jamaicans are seeing the long-term benefits.
Jamaicans understand the program, they see the benefits, they identify with the program, and persons who are now currently either homeless or in really deplorable shelter conditions, they have hope. They can look forward to this program.
Dr. Holness was in St. Anne to hand over NSHP unit to Neville Barrett. He is among 1,500 individuals who have so far benefited from 304 units completed under the program. Farmers across several parishes are set to benefit from 4 new tractors valued at $43.3 million. The tractors have been donated by the European Union, EU, to strengthen Jamaica's agricultural resilience to climate change as part of the Jamaican Path from Hills to Ocean project. It's jointly funded by the EU Global Climate Change Alliance Plus and the Government of Jamaica and executed by the Planning Institute of Jamaica PIOJ with support from RADA and NEPA. The tractors were officially handed over last Thursday at Kingston Industrial Agencies on Spanish Town Road. Minister of Agriculture Floyd Green says the equipment will support agroforestry and promote good land management and conservation practices in farming communities.
These 4 rubber wheel New Holland model tractors, which comes with a whole host of implements, including bush cutters, including bedders, including onion harvesters, potato harvesters, including manual seed planters mounted on the tractors and mounted 1-row seed planters, will truly go a far way in increasing efficiency.
The units will expand farmers' access to affordable land preparation services with arrangements in place for maintenance and replacement after 10 years. The Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce is moving to capitalize on the potential for economic growth through local fashion and other sectors of the creative industry. A fashion stakeholders meeting was recently convened to discuss strategic actions for generating growth, jobs, export, and creation of a fashion hub in Jamaica. The meeting was chaired by Portfolio Minister Senator Aubin Hill.
We have a working group being headed by Mrs. Shulette Cox, who is the president of JAMPRO, and the chief technical advisor from the ministry, Dr. Latoya Franklin, who will be co-chairing with Shulette. So it's all ready to go. They're going to come back to us, Minister Morris Dixon and myself, in about a week or two with the framework, because we're very clear. JAMPRO will be involved, the ministry, JBDC, people from the private sector.
Solutions to industry issues were discussed at the meeting, including identifying and training stitchers to increase local production to meet overseas orders. Minister Hill says funding for the training will be provided through arrangements with the Ministry of Education and the Hart NSTA Trust. This new development is in line with the government's vision for the creative industry to become a major economic driver. In July, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the African Export-Import Bank for Jamaica to become a full partner. The agreement aims to expand financing opportunities and strengthen economic ties between the Caribbean and Africa, with talks being held for a fashion hub in the region.
One of my business missions will be, Nigeria has invited us to a big fair that they're having there. So we're going to go to Nigeria, Ghana, Rwanda, and Sierra Leone. That is being planned. But Afro-Exim can come in. We can carve out this area as an area that we can collaborate and cooperate with.
Head of the Development Bank of Jamaica, Dr. David Lowe, will be a member of the working group looking at stepping up production in the creative industry. Meanwhile, Industry, Investment and Commerce Minister Senator Albin Hill says the services sector in Jamaica is being elevated with new legislation to regulate and support higher income generating activities. He made the declaration at a recent ministerial press conference.
Going to elevate our services. We've learned a great deal from the BPO service.
He says new developments such as the trust law, the segregated accounts law, and partnership accounts, including general and limited liability partnerships, will provide the legal ecosystem for financial service systems to grow.
All that is being put in place so that we can now become a really good high-level services sector. Why? Because lawyers and banks and rich people pay for that service.
Crystal House Jamaica has officially opened its new Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics STEM-focused high school in Twickenham Park, St. Catherine. The two-story facility featuring 3 science laboratories, computer rooms and a robotics room was dedicated to co-founder Sally Porteous. It represents a major step toward advancing STEM education in underserved communities. Currently serving 477 students from communities within an 8-mile radius, the school has been praised by Education Minister Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon for its holistic and innovative approach to education.
Crystal House is one such model where they are doing fantastic work in taking our underserved children and taking them into a space that's as beautiful as this. Saying to them, you matter, you're important, and you deserve a beautiful environment.
The Ministry of Education contributed 50% of the funding for the new facility, which welcomed its first cohort of 60 grade 7 students in August. Chief Executive Officer of Crystal House Jamaica, Tanisha Stoney Dryden, thanked the donors and parents for their contribution to the success of the school.
I want to thank also a few donors for being here today, for making all of this possible. Here at Crystal House, we have a holistic view of education. I will also brag about our parent involvement. We have our parents completing levels 1 and 2 in customer service here at the institution. They completed it in July of this year.
Looking ahead, Crystal House Jamaica plans to expand by enrolling 60 kindergarten students each year, reaching 840 students and extending to grade 13 by 2031. And finally, Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, Delroy Chuck, has indicated his confidence in the new Director of Public Prosecutions, Claudette Thompson. Minister Chuck says he's confident that under her stewardship, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions will continue to uphold the highest standards of independence, accountability, and public trust. He released a statement on Friday congratulating the new DPP, whose ascension to the helm, he says, is both well-earned and well-deserved. The Justice Minister asserts that her more than 2 decades-long distinguished career within the office of the DPP has been marked by unwavering professionalism, exceptional legal skill, and an unrelenting pursuit of justice. He adds that Ms. Thompson's appointment represents a continuation of excellence within one of the most critical institutions of our justice system. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
The following is brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister.
I appeal to the young man and the young woman on the corner who is wanting a job but don't know where a job is, or may have gone for a job interview and was not successful, and then leaves with the opinion that there is no space for me in this growing economy. I need you. Your country needs you. Your economy needs you. The Caymanas Special Economic Zone needs you. You are a critical element in the growth of this country. And this administration, through the Heart Trust NSTA, we will find you, we will support you, we will assist you in getting trained and getting employed so that you can claim your share in the prosperity that Jamaica is experiencing.
The proceeding was brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister.
The care of children matters to all of us. Investing in them influences our capacity to develop as a well-rounded society. And the JIS has been playing a nurturing role for children in state care, providing resources for stability and education to help them reach their full potential. We're turning the pages now to learn more as we look at the agency's recent Back to School and Career Expo at the Mount Olivet Boys Home.
Under the fair and sunny skies of August 16, the team from the Jamaica Information Service turned their focus to another cornerstone of nation building, away from the usual task of informing the nation on the government's programs, policies, and matters of national interest. This time, all roads led to the annual Mount Olivet Boys Home Back to School Treat and Career Expo in the cool hills of Walterston, Manchester. The home was adopted by the agency back in 2009 as its main corporate social responsibility, and from that has sparked valuable interventions at Easter, back to school, and Christmas each year. As always, the welcome was warm and filled with joy as the 32 wards of the state and staff at Mount Olivet opened their arms to the JIS family, partners, and friends. The day began on a high note, literally, lifting hearts in song and praise. Through choruses and prayer, they invited the presence of God to guide the day's activities.
I feel good.
And the talent of the boys themselves rang out through drums, echoing rhythms of hope. The education of the boys is at the heart of this visit, and so backpacks, school shoes, stationery, snacks, and even personal care items were handed over as essentials to prepare the young men for the new school year. Those, in addition to cheering on the boys' emotional well-being with greeting cards and cake for those celebrating birthdays in the previous 3 months, were made possible by the JIS Mount Olivet Committee, caring staff, and generous support from corporate Jamaica. But this treat was not only about giving supplies, it was also about sparking dreams.
We are an institution that we talk about every day. Your emblem, your building, your needs are on our minds. And we have a team which is working all year to make sure that we can share some special time with you and to make sure that you know that you are special.
Words of reassurance and proof of commitment as the JIS pledged ongoing support for Mount Olivet.
Education is something that we promote here. It gets better every year. This gift today is to prepare you to go back to school, and when you're prepared, it only helps you to do what? And to do better. And so today I want to say thank you so much, Ms. Davis and JIS, for your continued hard work.
Among the partners on board is Baldwin Davis of the Dr. Sue and You Foundation.
It's always been a pleasantry to be able to do so much and paying it forward. And I hope that one day you may be just doing the same while you elevate yourselves through the hard work which you have put in.
Career talks by members of the Jamaica Fire Brigade and Jamaica Defence Force opened doors to possibilities beyond the gates of the home.
The mission of the Jamaica Defence Force is to provide military capability to deter and defeat threats against Jamaican state, and its interests. So when you come to JDF, there are a lot of career options there for you. All right? So maybe you say that I wanted to be a lawyer or I wanted to be a doctor. All right? You can come to the JDF. Even if you are interested in electrics, maybe you like computers, you can come into the army.
Fires are our primary responsibility. So it does not matter which type of fire it is. So whether it be a house fire, bush fire, car on fire, it falls under the Jamaica Fire Brigade scope. Good? But other than that, we also carry out a lot of rescue operations. You must be a Jamaican to be a firefighter. You should have your 5 subjects. You must be between the ages of 18 to 33 years old. You must be disciplined. You must be physically fit, medically fit.
It was all informative and inspiring for the boys who donned career uniforms and interacted with the men and women who serve and safeguard Jamaica daily. Each moment, another spark, another dream ignited. The JIS annual Mount Olivet Boys Home Back to School Treat and Career Expo is more than an event. It's a reminder of Jamaica's collective spirit, where government, corporate partners, and citizens must come together to shape a brighter future for our country.
Our heritage is more than history. It's our voice, our power, our future. This September to October, the JIS invites you to join our 2025 Heritage Competition. This year's theme is Our Heritage, Our Voice, Honoring the Struggles, Protecting the Future.
Primary school students, write an essay celebrating the achievements of Jamaicans. Share how we can honor their legacy and protect the future of our nation. Secondary school students, create a poster that reflects the strength of our people and your vision for safeguarding Jamaica's tomorrow. Tertiary students, capture it all in a photograph that tells the story of our people and our future. Enter for a chance to win amazing prizes and have your creativity celebrated across Jamaica.
Submit your entries to our website www.jis.gov.jm by October 24. Grab your pens, your paintbrushes, and your camera and let your voice be heard in the JIS Heritage Competition.
Businesses can realize significant income by exporting locally produced goods and services to the wider global market through various trade agreements. On this next leg of our journey inside the magazine, we'll explore some of these trade agreements that allow Jamaicans free access to sell their goods and services and create wealth.
In 2021, global exports of products amounted to $28 trillion. But how much of this global market can Jamaicans secure for their own enrichment? The Trade Board Limited, TBL, is looking to answer that question, with strategic efforts to boost Jamaica's exports and secure a better share of the global market.
You will agree that for Jamaica's economy to grow, we must earn fundamentally new monies from outside our shores. This can only be done through greater exports of Jamaica's goods and services.
Strategies like the Step Up Exports with Trade Agreements project should help. It's putting existing and potential exporters in a position to increase utilization and benefit from the various trade agreements to which Jamaica is a signatory. Jamaica is party to 11 preferential trade agreements that facilitate the export of goods and services with little to no duty in the receiving countries. The Step Up Exports with Trade Agreements project was launched in May 2022. Its primary objective is to promote knowledge and use of 9 preferential trade agreements for which the Trade Board has management responsibility.
We are the designated government's authority to certify products which complies with the rules of origin criteria on the 9 preferential trade agreements. This means that we have to analyze products to ensure conformance to prescribed criteria of the agreements. We have to issue a certificate of origin that permits the qualifying products to be granted preferential treatment.
These preferential trade agreements include the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas that facilitates the free movement of goods, services, labor, and capital among CARICOM countries. There is the Caribbean Basin Initiative, which covers exports to the U.S., and the Caribbean-Canada Free Trade Agreement, CARIBCAN for short. A generalized system of preference GSP was created under the World Trade Organization WTO to assist developing countries export in a one-way arrangement to developed countries. The other trade agreements, which remain significantly underutilized, are the CARICOM Venezuela Trade and Investment Agreement, the CARICOM Colombia Trade and Economic and Technical Cooperation Agreement, CARICOM Dominican Republic Free Trade Agreement, CARICOM Cuba Trade and Economic Cooperation Agreement, and the CARICOM Costa Rica Free Trade Agreement. These have a combined market of 100 million in population. Jamaican exporters can also trade under the CARIFORUM European Union Economic Partnership Agreement and the CARIFORUM United Kingdom Economic Partnership Agreement, which are managed through Jamaica Customs. These trade agreements provide access, but there are rules governing how and what goods qualify to be accepted in the partner countries. Among them is the Rules of Origin criteria. This looks at whether the goods or constituents are originating or non-originating from parties that are signatory to the particular treaty. Then there is the Wholly Produced criteria, looking at whether the final product was made with goods from the exporting country or another that is also party to the same treaty. There may also be a change of tariff criteria and value-added criteria governing these preferential arrangements.
What we do at the Trade Board is we analyze the documents to ensure that whatever requirements or whatever composition make up your particular good that you're seeking to export qualifies under a preferential trade agreement to be certified for the rules of origin. After it is certified, then we issue a certificate of origin. Now, in layman terms, my understanding, a certificate of origin is like a passport. As if you want to travel, if you want to go to a particular place and you need a visa, for example, your good would need that visa to take it to that country to say that it is qualified. Once it qualifies, then you are able to get duty-free and a reduction of some taxes at the customs agencies.
Some of the products for which certificates of origin have been issued under the CBI with the US, for example, include baked goods, black castor oil, pepper powder, and ketchup. Expert teams from the Trade Board are sent into the field to interact directly with manufacturers and potential exporters and increase awareness of the various trade agreements and their benefits. This is also part of the Step Up Export Initiative.
This is not an exercise that we have started and we intend to stop, but we're going to continue to do that.
Exporting on a commercial basis will require individuals or entities to first register as an exporter with Jamaica Promotions Corporation, JAMPRO. The Trade Board Limited will then carry out the necessary procedures to issue certificates of origin.
What the Trade Board is doing, the other agencies doing is fantastic, because what it is doing is allowing me to move the hassle of agreements from with the ministries, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and so on and so forth, so that we can do our work.
We have to focus on exports. We have to focus everything we make. We say how we get it export. And not just think about yourself. Talk to your friends. Talk to the Trade Board. Talk to JANAC. Talk to JAMPRO. Talk to JBDC. We must study these many trade agreements to grow our exports exponentially, increase good employment, and make Jamaica a wealthy country.
In celebration of Heritage Month in October, we want to draw your attention to a piece of fabric that has evolved from a symbol of our colonial past to one of national pride and heritage. Do you know it? In these few remaining minutes of Jamaica Magazine, we share some tidbits on the bandana.
A decade-old fabric worn by our forefathers and mothers and is now embedded in our culture. What am I talking about?
A bandana, bandana, a part of our identity, a bandana. Yarmi yaki go al instead market, not a quati what sell. Yarmi aki go al instead market, not a quati what sell. Oh Lord, what a night, what a night, what a Saturday night. Lord, what a night, what a night, what a Saturday night. Compliments pan your madras. Same to you. Thank like you. It.
Well up there, so what is madras?
Make we sit down. Young but really no know Sam. Aye, sir. Madras is what we call bandana. So madras is basically a cotton plaid fabric which came from India and was brought to Jamaica by the indentured laborers after slavery ended. But every Caribbean island have a little touch of this, you know.
They have a different pattern.
Right.
And so, them use it to identify each Caribbean island.
It is important to note that the broader plaid, which is referred to as the Miss Lou bandana, is the original material that was used in Jamaica. And as time progressed, the finer plaid came on stream, which is the red bandana with mixtures of blue and black.
The word bandana is actually Hindi. And everybody knows that Hindi is the language that the people from India speak. Now the word bandana means to tie. And that's why most people associate bandana with tying your head. But in Jamaica, we don't use bandana per se. We use any kind of fabric for tie head, you know. All we do, we just wrap it around their head in a one circle and we tie the back so that when they put the goods on top of it, it all on balance.
Well, on so basket here. Oh, so now, me can carry me a Kigali Linstead market.
You know,
and the history continues.
Our half-hour journey through the pages of Jamaica Magazine ends right here for today. But please do join us again tomorrow on this same station for more news and information and features you can use. In the meantime, visit our website, jis.gov.jm, for this and other offerings. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Walk good. Until next time.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.